Yo, what's up everybody? Today we're gonna explore the depths of human greed. Playing ADC, you're gonna see a lot of these things happening and you're not gonna believe them. But I'm telling you, when people play this game, something crazy happens. Like look at this. Jinx can really think she can walk up and stay in lane, just having 200 HP when I'm playing Lucian. She's absolutely crazy right now. And of course I go for the double kill right here. I wish it was a double kill, but Soraka obviously took that. I mean, you know, support players. Anyway, we're gonna keep on farming for a little bit. This is a very good start because as Lucian, you really want to dominate as early as possible. Lucian is one of those champions where if you really know how to handle him, you know what I mean? When you know how to handle him, he can really do some amazing things during the course of the game. Obviously, we're always betting on the depth of human greed because sometimes you might want to play the game correctly, but the enemy just feeds you kills. You know, it's so much easy. Enemies just think like they can stay in lane. They don't respect the champions, guys. Listen to me. Most of the time when you're playing this game, people are not going to respect your champion. So if you just try to pick one champion and trying to main that, you're really gonna see like you're gonna get fed a lot more than just playing different champions. So it's important that you just pick a champion that you have a high kill ratio, because you also want, if you get really ahead, then that means that your whole team will get benefits from that. So as you enter in lane here, a pickaxe is absolutely beautiful, like as a starting item. Like at 4 minutes we have such a huge turn here. Like my Soraka here, all she needs to do is just do a little pokes and heal me, because the amazing thing about having Soraka and Lucian is that Lucian can engage with his E. He's very versatile with engaging and disengaging, so if you just have a Soraka, she can just really heal you all the time and you can just do all the work. So just like if you are an ADC main and you want to feel like you want to try some Lucian, believe me, just have a Soraka on your team and it will be absolutely amazing the things that you can do. So you can just go in like this on the enemy, like even if they have a tank, even if they have like something, whatever they have, it doesn't matter, because Soraka can just cancel out everything really. But make sure to not get the changed CC, or if they have like some really high damaging champions, make sure to really just try to manage your disengaging and not just go in all the time. So you want to also manage your mana, because Lucian wastes a lot of mana with his abilities, but you gotta be able to predict those things in order for you to actually take advantage of what the enemy will be doing. So as you can see here, Jinx is walking too far up, like this Lulu as well. Of course she's gonna squirrel me, but hey, but this is actually a really bad situation for us, because Echo came to the bot lane, and you know, this is what I'm saying, like the depth of human greed is like I was trying to go for Lulu, I was trying to go for Jinx. Obviously we were getting ganked this whole time, because what else would you be happening? So like there's so many times where you play this game and you feel like you just got them, like, oh, I'm gonna get this kill, and this doesn't happen because the jungler just comes, and then you blame your own jungler, but it's actually your own fault. So hey, listen to me, when these things happen, you just want to move on, and of course the enemy is gonna bounce back with their mistakes. They're not gonna bounce back with something good, but they're gonna bounce back with their mistakes as well, because most of the time people are not gonna respect you. They're not gonna respect you, and that's your biggest, like the biggest power you can have in leagues. It's just like having a champion that you just want to play a bit safely. You don't want to play too aggressive, because sometimes you can scare off the enemies, you know what I mean? So it's like you gotta have a little bit of balance. You gotta have some balance in your life, and when you play Lucian, it's all about balance. You know, you're gonna have a little bit of poke, you're gonna have a little bit of engage, but most importantly, you gotta also know when you gotta take a step back and just chill. You know, chilling is also important. So right now here we have a very good flank on the team. My team doesn't seem to move towards me right now, and they seem to go for a little back and forth. I don't really see what is happening because my camera is a bit, you know, but yeah, I managed to do a little bit of that, but let's see what happens here. So we're still trying to fight this one. Lulu flashed. Their enemies is also coming to bot lane. I see Malzahar coming here. So yeah, this is not a good fight for us. Like Nidalee is also a bit weak without her items, and of course, like if I don't have the Essence River, then we're not gonna make these things work, because Lucian is all about like two items. You gotta have the Essence River, and then you gotta have the Collector, because once you have those two items, your power spike is just gonna spike even more, you know? So it's like, with those items, you can really go for some crazy plays, but you gotta keep control of your farming, because a lot of times when you're playing ADC, I've noticed that you wanna go for the kills, you wanna go for the big plays, you wanna go for the highlights that you see, like YouTube shorts or whatever. But yeah, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, and you always gotta play safe. But having Soraka is just a different game, so anytime you can get your hands on a Soraka, just try to go crazy with her, because she can really, like, whatever mistake you make, she can really make up for it, which is crazy. So we go for a quick trade right here. I don't know why Echo is still on the bot lane. I guess he really likes me, or he really likes the bot lane, but let's see here. I mean, couldn't get anybody, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? Sometimes, like, when you play Lucian, it is this frustration that you can get the kills because of the high damage, but they just escape with 1 HP. Of course, here, like, there's some bad management you have to do with the mana. So you can, sometimes I feel like you have to play the man flow, I don't know what it's called, but the mana flow, because to me, like, it seems like it's a good rune when you have a champion that really wastes their mana a lot. So I don't know, maybe it's still in the trial phase, but with Lucian maybe it might be good, because before the Essence River, if you have just a little bit more mana, maybe, just maybe, it could be good enough for you to have more trades and you have more mana to go after the kills. But guys, the most important thing is that you chill out, like, sometimes when games turn like this, junglers camping you gotta chill out for a little bit. But let's see here. I mean, the gank on the mid, not very successful. Nidalee, like I said, not very strong, but Nidalee has a great potential to do some really great things. Once she gets a couple of items, a couple of kills, she's actually really strong. So I hear, like, all I'm looking right now is for the kills. I got my Essence River. I sold my Doran's Blade because I need this item, guys. Please, you just have to get this item. And look at this. Just look at this. There's nothing they can do. There is nothing they can do. Like, you just go in, like, they have like a squishy ADC with no escapes, and then just like in this Hunter support, like something that doesn't do that much damage to you or CC you that much. Then you just have to go in like 100 times, 10 out of 10 times, you just go in there. Like I said, with Soraka, it's so easy to just like go in with Lucian. I gotta say, like, Lucian is gotta be one of the most fun champions that you can play on the bot lane. Like, Lucian has a very low pick rate. I rarely see him on ranks, to be honest. And of course, most players go with the meta, but I think for me, the best thing, like, if you have like a main champion that you can really have fun with, I think it's just like, it's so much better for your game, that you just have something that you know how to play with, and like the limits, like how to move with the champion. Because obviously the meta picks are good, but they're only good to a certain extent, because you cannot really contribute that much to the team if you don't really know like the full extent of the champion. If you haven't really mastered the champion, even though it's strong, it doesn't mean that it's really gonna help you win the games. So having a main is really important, and Lucian is like really one of the best like I've played. Like, I've enjoyed Lucian for so many years, actually, that it's been through so much, and this is gonna make me emotional, but Lucian has been through so much during this game, like so many different metas, item changes. Like, I go here for a quick trade. Like, this is like too greedy, guys. Like, with Lucian, you have to play greedy. It's like, it's not possible to not play greedy with this champion, because everything that he has is so perfectly made. Like, his dash, his ultimate, his abilities, his movement speed, his high damage. Now you have Essence River, so you can poke them and do even more things with it. So yeah, but right now I think Lucian is like in a pretty average state. Like, I would say that maybe if you really know how to handle him, if you really know like how to play your cards right, it can be like really good at all matchups that you can think of. But of course, like in this game, you're playing ADC, you have a support, so most of the time it really also depends on what you have as a support. But like here, you're gonna look for plays, like as you can see here, like I have so much damage. Like, unfortunately, I'm not be able to catch them because the Jinx keeps throwing her rockets at me, like the little like snappy things. So I don't really have the luxury to go for that. But here they're walking too far up to me, and I don't know why. But I'm always going for the trade. I guess because Echo was there. Now, like here, I don't know. Like this gang sometimes really surprise me because like they have high like potential damage junglers like Echo, and they can just think like, but look at this guy. This is the craziest thing that happened to me all week. Like Echo just walks up to me and just kills me under turret, and then like I don't know what else. Like what else do you guys think would be able to do here? Like I don't know, I don't know. And he also gets Soraka as well. Like these things are not normal. These things are not normal. Like he just walks in. I had no idea. Like would you guys would have guessed that he would have just walked right into the turret, even though I'm so far away, and still catch up to me though, by the way. And I was so far away and I ulted him, whatever. But anyway, I guess I should have used my flash or something. But like sometimes in the games you don't really care that much, do you? You know, like if you get like rage baited by Echo, that he can just walk under turret and to kill you like that. You know, sometimes you just say like that's okay. You're just okay, then you move on and then you go and look for the next play. It's also really important as an ADC to keep farming because you need to have like this balance of helping your team, getting kills, dealing damage, but also farming. I've seen way too many times that ADCs sometimes just focus too much on farming. Of course, that's good, but you also need to have some impact on the game. I think damage over time and like stats at the end of the game where you see the damage, I feel like it is a way that you can measure your impact into the game. Of course, that doesn't really like say like if you're gonna win or not, but like as you can see here, like the enemy jungler is like very good. Like he just staying on bot lane, camping bot lane because they know that like we are strong. So like, and he also knows that we are squishy, like Soraka squishy. Soraka got caught with the stun there, nothing we can really do about it really. So lucky for me that I still get to kill him. So I get a little bit of extra gold, then I can start building for my collector. Okay, I'm gonna have so much damage with the collector, and it's gonna be a totally different game. So like as I was saying, like I think damage over time really plays a difference when it comes to the overall game impact that you have. Because like farming and getting items is good, but if you're not really there with the big team fights happen, like there are moments into the game where there are certain events that happen, like team fights, objectives, that really determine like how the possibility of winning will rise or fall. So it's like if you're not into those moments, then you're not having good enough impact into the game. And of course, during those times, you're gonna have to deal some damage too. Yeah, you're dealing damage, of course. So I think that shows us overall. Like I think the like 99% of the time of me winning games, I've had high damage. And I'm not saying like you need to be like the top in the whole game, like you don't have to be the top damage in the whole game, but like a good like measurement is like, let's say like 20 to 30 minutes you deal like around 30k damage. You know, that means like you've been to fights long enough and you've impacted those fights long enough that you have that damage. Obviously like this can be tricky sometimes because there are some champions that like Malzahar who deal like this like DPS over time with the burns and everything, so they just deal damage like every single second of the game. So like this can be tricky, but like with ADCs like is that you can definitely like calculate like what you're doing. So like right here we go for the mid, you see the play on mid. Of course you have bot lane pushing, but of course here the correct play is to help your teammate at mid. Of course if you're moving with your support, I feel like it's a bigger advantage because you can have this like 3v2s, 3v3, 2v2s all the time, because with your support you can really they can really help you out to go for these plays. And like right here they ult me like I don't know what's going on, to be honest, but I would try to go for the quick play right here. Like I don't know, like my virus is like just running it down at this point, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. Like this is like the depth of the greed, guys, because I don't know what's going on there. It's like sometimes like the mental game is much more unpredictable than the actual gameplay and like what the champions do or what they do not do. So yeah, that can happen a lot of times. But so like once you build your collector right now, you want to play aggressive now, and you also want to keep farming consistently because now like you're building towards your infinity age. The infinity is so important because it just ramps up your damage so much more, and you're gonna be able to carry the game. So right now we're gonna go for a quick farming session right now. Of course the mid lane is getting pushed, we don't need to worry about that too much because we have somebody on mid. So I think sometimes it's okay to give up things in the game because you also need to benefit yourself. Like I said, it's good to farm, but you gotta have a balance in both of damage, like being like at these places and also farming. I think the best players in the game, obviously I'm not the best player in the game, but I think the best players have like a good feel for that too. So you have basically people who just are everywhere on the map, are constantly farming, they're constantly dealing damage, and also they have champions that deal damage. So you gotta have, like, if your favorite champion is an off-meta pick, doesn't do much damage, of course you can play that because that's your champion, but it's like doesn't really do much at the end of the day, you know. Now we go here for a quick play. Like Echo's too greedy at this point, like, and that's gonna cost him the game for sure. Like when you're that far ahead, you don't really gonna go for plays like Varus is done. He lost his second tower right now. Like, what would you even go for top lane for Varus when you have like all these other things that you can do, or you can just switch your focus to me and start focusing like the enemy DC, which is doing good. Unfortunately, we don't have any other people to like defend the game, so like we lose this tower as well to Mazahor. But hey, man, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Like some things, like in the game, some objectives are okay to lose, and you shouldn't really lose any hope like that you're losing the game because you don't really know like at the end like how the enemy is going to move forward, because even if they take like most of the turrets right now from like the second team turrets, I mean, you don't really know what they're gonna do next. Like sometimes people usually at this point they're just gonna go back to farming. They might just try to group up, they might just go solo or something because they think they're ahead in the game, or because they think that the game is scaled at a point where they can do these things, or they can be a bit more confident because they think like, okay, we got two turrets, we're ahead of gold, we're ahead of kills, we have a good like team. But like this is like what I'm saying, like you gotta be able to predict those things. Like you see here, Echo, of course he's looking for a play on me, but I cannot really fight him because he's so much stronger and he has his ult and all these things. Like there's some champions that you don't want to fight, guys, as an ADC, and I think it's just better like, because ADC, as much as fed as you can be, sometimes the enemy champion is just gonna outplay you because of their kit as a champion. So like because the kit of an ADC, like the Lucian kit doesn't get any better. Like Vayne and Lucian, like in my opinion, have the best kits for ADCs in the game, and I don't know if Riot is really gonna make a champion that's gonna really be on that same level, because like with an ADC you want to have your escape, you want to be dealing high damage, which they have, and you also want to have abilities that either boost your damage or have some effect on you. Like Lucian has movement speed, Vayne has movement speed buffs, like Lucian has like range ult, but Vayne can just pop her Q every now and then and get even more closer to the enemy. She has also like a knockback as well, so it's so much, it's so much, like so many plays that you can do with this champion is crazy. Now Echo's going here, of course, very confident. He has the Lulu. Good thing that our Silas has the old goes for, and a very nice actually play for Lulu. And I also get him here. Like this is huge, guys. This is what I'm saying. Like you gotta be for these team fights. Like you don't want to be anywhere else on the map. You don't want to be hitting the dragon, but you want to have like a balance of being able to deal damage and to be able to go for kills, and also help your teammates whenever they need you. So like we were right at the perfect spot there. We had Silas, we had Soraka to heal us, and of course there were just two there. I don't know if they could have been more. I think the play was a bit risky from us to really go for the whole team, but usually in these situations, even if you don't have much vision into the game, then you can go for these plays because it's gonna be a good trade anyway, because you're gonna get the dragon and you're also gonna get the kills. So don't be scared sometimes to play the game, even if it costs you mistakes. You can always like bounce back. Like I think League is at the point right now where it doesn't matter how good or bad you are because you can always come back from it. Obviously, this differs from rank to rank. I think like in the rank that I am, like Diamond, Emerald, is like it's okay to die 3-4 times in a row because the enemy doesn't really know how to capitalize on the mistakes that you do repeatedly. But if you're like Master, Grandmaster, Challenger, then those mistakes really compound like in their favor. So that's gonna be, I think, almost impossible if you do like 3 or 4 mistakes, 3 or 4 deaths in a row to really just like try to bounce back from that. You really need to have a great team at that point. But I think if you're trying to play in this silo, then you definitely don't wanna lose hope. You wanna go for plays. Like look at this damage that I'm dealing right now with just 2 items. Obviously, I have half of infinity, but this is a very good build, guys. And I think like sometimes like the collector is almost mandatory in like ADCs because it gives you the lethality, it gives you like this boost, and also it can help you get kills because like as an ADC, if you ramp up gold, if you ramp up the farming, is so much better. I get one-shotted here, unfortunately, guys. Yeah, like, too greedy, way too greedy here, and I mean this is all part of the game, and I feel like once you do certain things, the enemy kind of mimics you as well. I've had games where like I was playing great, like farming, staying back, and the enemy was doing the same. So it's like what if you just have to like kind of rage bait the enemy into them thinking that okay, this guy is actually bad or okay, this guy is actually good. So then at that point they cannot really predict what you're gonna do next. So I think it's okay. Plus, like at this point, like you can really see the game from a different angle when you are kind of even. And I mean, one death right here obviously sets you back a little bit, but you gotta go look for the next place, and the next place and the next place until somebody wins or loses, basically. So it's okay to also risk. Like when you're playing ADC, you gotta be able to risk a little bit. I think, because it's like you wanna have some damage, you wanna have some kills, and that's also very fun. Also to have to be playing like that. Like I think like at the point where you just farm all the game, because there is this like wrong, I think, situation in the game that people just because they see like the pro players and the high level players have really high farming, they think that that's all it takes, but they have no impact in the game, or when it comes to team fights, or when it comes to like 2v2s or anything like that. They don't have any experience to that. So I think most importantly, you want to build your mechanics in order to be able to fight. And once you start be able to win those fights, then you also fix your farm, you fix your positioning into the team fights, you fix like your macros and all those things. Like as you hear, a very bad ult for me. Like I was a little bit too careless with how I wanted to approach this, but we get a very good flank. Like if I had my ult here, it would have been totally different. We get a good catch on the Namazaha right here, very good from Silas. Silas is such a versatile champion and can get so many kills. And I go here for the enemy ADC Jinx with Lulu there. I cannot really go for that, so I just step back. We kill the Echo, which is amazing, so now I can just go for like return to the team fight and just get like a quick double kill right here. I mean, once you have like your collector, you're gonna start picking up so many more kills, and you're gonna see like you see here, like I deal so much damage and the crit ramps up and the collector's passive ramps up. It's so many different things that you can do in the team fights, like with Lucian, and I just feel like he's so strong and he's also so fun to play. Obviously he is hard in a sense that you need to really not predict but know when to do your abilities. You gotta know when to be able to do your ult, if you have enough range, if you can like do your abilities fast enough so you can get your E a second time. And so we get the Infinity Edge, and like I said, to be able to do your abilities faster, You also wanna build like the blades, like the Navori blades, so you can go for like quicker plays, and that's gonna totally change your game. Like this build that I'm building, I don't know if it's like completely like meta build or whatever, or if it's the most optimal build, but it's a build that works for me, like because I see that I deal a lot of damage, and I see that it has a lot of potential to carry the game. So good thing that Echo graded so much going for the barrels and gave me the gold. So I don't know why like these things keep happening sometimes in the game. You're just gonna, you cannot really think of ways that why did this happen, or it's just the depth of human greed, guys. And I think if you go off of that concept, then I think you might even start winning a lot more games, because like I said, this elo, it just happens so often that I don't even think that it's a coincidence at this point. So right now, like at this point of the game, once you have your 3 items, you want to just push. It's really important that you push and apply pressure on the enemy, and you just want to look for team fights as well, because your damage is at its peak. Like right now, you can just one shot everybody, enemy ADC, enemy support. You can one shot them like very easily. Of course, going for your next item would also be like very useful for you, but it's gonna be something that you gotta be patient as well. You don't want to force anything at this point, because like once you pass the 25th mark of the game, things start get a bit tighter, because the enemies are also becoming stronger. They have farm, they have gained more items, and then they can kill the towers. They can take down the towers with much more quickly than they would have otherwise in other events of the game. So I mean, you just have to play safe. You gotta farm also. You gotta apply pressure. So here at this point of the game, what I like to do, and I've seen it has helped me, is that you wanna go for solo farms or solo pushing. Maybe if you have your support with you, that would be good, because usually right now the teams are gonna be spread out, because everybody wants to farm and everybody wants to have their like build their items. That was a huge play for us right here. Nar absolutely greeted that so much. I mean, at this point, is it even a coincidence, guys, like that these players greed so much? I don't think so. I think there's something like much more mysterious going on in the game that I cannot really explain. So like they go here for us. I deal a lot of damage to the Lulu. Unfortunately, I cannot follow that because they have the Echo who deals 3 million damage to me. He wastes his ult to get out. I don't even know if he would have died there. Maybe. I don't know, maybe with Malzahar ult or something. Now we get a Silas TP here. I don't know, looks kind of weird, because we don't really can make anything out of it, but anyway. Okay, we got a good Nidalee Spear here. Nidalee flashes ults. That's perfect kill, guys, right there. Really good play from the Nidalee. Helped us so much. And for some reason, guys, Varus kills the Echo 1v1. Like, the Echo has been so greedy in this game, and of course he is the cause that they lost the game, because he just kept going for this like plays like 1v1s and then just dies, and then now he obviously fought the Varus with no ult. Now look at this damage that I did to Jinx, guys. It's absolutely amazing, and a little bit too greedy for me right here, like I gotta say. Like you cannot really predict how greedy you're gonna get, or the enemy's gonna get. So yeah, I mean, but we have the Navori, guys, and at this point it's just game over. With these 4 items, if you play Lucian correctly, if you know how to engage and disengage, you're not really gonna have any problems in the team fight. You're gonna be able to deal so much damage. Obviously, Lucian right now is not at the point where you can one-shot, because it's also risky that you want to, at this at 30 minutes plus, you want to go for like this place where you can have like a quick 1v1, so you can one-shot the enemy as fast as possible. I think for this game, I think I can one-shot Jinx if I had the chance, because I have so much more damage than her and so much more burst damage. So Lucian goes from like a very like typical like mid damage ADC to like a very high damage almost one-shot champion essentially. So You want to know that you do a lot of damage, but there could be moments that you don't actually one-shot the enemy. So I think this is like a very big problem. Like when you're playing champions that have high damage, guys, always be careful that if you don't one-shot them, it's gonna be very, very bad. So this is like very bad that our Silas get caught. I do a very awful ult right here. He's Zonius, of course, and then I'm in the middle of the whole fight. I get Lulu, but Jinx just hits me from the wall right there and just takes everybody like quadra kill. I'm absolutely tilted right here because that was like a very bad play for me. Like I got caught into the middle of everything, and that was, but fortunately they cannot end the game from this point. Also we have Varus pushing, we have all our lanes pushing, so this was not a very bad fight if you see it from like a different perspective, that you have all your lanes pushing, so even if you get aced like we did, they cannot end the game. So you always want to have the hope that if they don't end the game, you can come back, unless the enemy is really strong. So right now, like if you can see their team, they're not a strong team in general, so you can win the team fights. Like I think Malzahar is not that good as a pick for this like particular game. So Silas is like so much stronger than him. Of course they have, I think, a better top laner, but Varus, I think AP Varus also can do a lot of damage, but with Narish he can do so many more plays than Varus, of course, and he's tankier, so he can do like tank a little bit more damage. But I wouldn't say that our top lane is into that much of a disadvantage here. But yeah, but ADC, I mean, I am so much more ahead than Jinx. I'm so much more stronger than her. So like the play right here is just like for me to stay alive, have a good positioning, and just help the team out, stay near the Soraka if possible, or if of course you cannot really predict what your teammate will do or what the correct way is, even if you tell them, guys. Sometimes don't really waste your time to tell exactly what your teammate want them to do for you, because they're playing their own game as well, and at the end of the day, sometimes they don't really care at all what you say. So Echo here is looking for plays. I would say the Varus would have been a little bit more ahead. Maybe we would have caught him like with some damage, like some slow from the Varus, some poke from the Varus, and we would have done some damage to him. And we also had the Soraka nearby, so even if we like tried to do like some kind of engaging, then we would be able to heal from that. So right now we're going to top lane, because top lane seems like a much more easy kill. Like Gnar is, you know, doesn't deal that much damage, and but he can escape easily with his bounces, with his E. So right now here we're a bit like trying to defend, because the enemy is pushing at us at all ways, and we don't have the turrets to really help us here. Yeah, as you can see, the Malzahar has a lot of damage right now. He has farmed a lot and has gotten like almost full build, as you can see. So I mean, it's something that you need to be careful, guys. As an ADC, positioning sometimes wins like 99% of the fights. 99%, and I'm going for a very high like percentage here, because with my experience I can say that it has been close to that, and most of the times that I have the good positioning, we win the fights, or the fights go to our favor. So now our team here, Varus, dies. I have to defend top lane here, because the Gnar with a Baron buff, which is gonna kill our entire base and we lose the game. Like I want to turn here, because I feel like maybe it's much more important that we can win the team fight overall than just like protecting the inhibitor. But I see here they're drawing back, so I go back to top lane. Unfortunately, like I couldn't really decide what to do here or what the correct play was, so I go and pop my ult here for Gnar and just go for a quick kill. Gnar wastes flash as well. Absolutely the depth of human greed right there, flashing and trying to go for the kill. Fortunately, we get the kills there. I didn't see how we got the kills, but very good from our team. Silas probably in Italy did a very good thing, very good job. And Soraka didn't even pop her ult in that team fight, so maybe if we had Soraka, maybe be a bit more like aware of what is going on, maybe the Silas would also live, or the Varus maybe would have also lived. But hey, I think it turned out good, so we cannot really say anything. Of course, there is always improvement and always things that you can do, but I think sometimes you just have to move forward and try to see for the next play. This game has been like very up and down. As you can see, like we're in their base. Like Jinx right here, I don't know what she's doing. Like as you can see, I have so much more damage. Obviously, Nidalee healed me. Like, Jinx obviously is a meta pick right now. Like, I gotta say, it's top 2 ADCs, guys, in the game. I don't know if you agree with me. Let me know in the comments. And also subscribe. Let me know if you like these videos. Jinx is very strong. But let's see if we can end the game here. We have a good angle. We have our entire team. Jinx is dead. She absolutely threw the game. And this is like what I'm trying to tell you, that this is the great point of human greed. And look at this, guys. So much damage right here. Lulu almost one-shotting her. Sylas goes in with an amazing E. And then we get the final kill. And then we're ending the game. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. Let me know what else you'd like me to play or do or talk about. And I'll see you in the next video, man. Peace.